Hey guys, it's me, Francis, and I got a message going out to you, the viewer, the people that are always leaving comments over YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and what have you. You guys are having a console war still, and I don't really understand why, because it all seems pointless to me. You guys are still fighting about Xbox versus PlayStation, Xbox versus PlayStation, Xbox versus PlayStation, and I don't really see the point. So today I want to talk to you about it and try to help you guys see reason, okay? Because, at the end of the day, I mean, the boxes are pretty close to each other. It's just really a brand name. And, sometimes the graphics are a little better on one system, and maybe they have features on the other one the other doesn't have, but at the end of the day, doesn't really matter. And let me explain to you why. Okay, because when I was a little boy, I wasn't really little. I was still pretty fat, but I was a young boy. When I was a young boy, we had console wars back then too. It was Nintendo versus Sega. Nintendo versus Sega, Nintendo versus Sega. And then eventually Sega died, and then it was Nintendo versus Sony, and they tried to work together, but they failed. And then for a while it was Microsoft came along, and Nintendo versus Sega versus Sony versus Microsoft, all that. And these days it's just really Microsoft versus Sony, Xbox versus PlayStation, and it doesn't really even matter. Because what matters is the games. When I was a kid, the Nintendo 64 was a good system, but what made it good was the games. The original Xbox was good, but it was the Halo that made it so good. And the original PlayStation was good because of the games, Crash Bandicoot, Final Fantasy, those games were good. And that's the thing. It's about the games, and maybe you gotta figure out where the exclusives are that you want to play. Maybe you're more of a Dead Rising or a Titanfall fan, or maybe you're more a Second Son or an Order 1886. I don't know, but you gotta make that decision for yourself. You can't argue that on the internet. And the games, man, that's what it's about. The games are a work of art. They're to be played and to watch and to feel, to inspire you to greater heights. And I think that's important, because you take the Mona Lisa, she's beautiful. I don't care when I look at her if she's hanging in New York or she's hanging in a museum in LA. I don't care where a work of art is hanging, because it's a work of art. And the Mona Lisa, that smile, she's beautiful. And that's the thing, man. We get focused on the games. I want you to try to focus on the games. It's about the games. It's about the games. It's about the games. Arguing hardware between PlayStation and Xbox is pointless. Everybody knows PC's better.